Tyler Bass about ready to get us going.
And off we go from Seattle.
And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. First play and a first throw for Rodgers. He'll complete this one to Watson.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1. A lot more to go. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 45-yard line. Rodgers teaming up with Lazard there for a Packer first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy set the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Aaron Jones,
26 yards.
and the Packers are on the board here first in the season opener.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. with Walker to begin the drive.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it'll be 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Now Jones. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Rodgers now to throw. He's got it. And it's a Packers touchdown. Allen Lazard from 8 yards out.
And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
The extra point up and good. And it's now 14-0.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. And some room to maneuver. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
Hey, confused. Strike.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw and coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Ultra.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He'll let it go deep for Streets. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
The scoreboard tells the story for him, a little bit bleak. And while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close. But the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since.
Check field. Check field.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first two drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a three-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Rodgers' throw there complete to Allen.
First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
It certainly feels like there are more stars in the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route.
Jones hit and the ball's out. But it looked like a Packer. Yeah, a Packer was able to get this back, and they'll indeed keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Tariq Woolen picks it. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Watch out now. 50 Fury.
Here's Walker to start the drive.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Black shot. Blue strikers. Ultra. Go ultra.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Seahawks, nothing.
Here we go.
30-yard line, 2nd and 12.
38. Ready?
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Packers pick it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
And they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Rodgers. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10.
Now Rodgers.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. He's got it. The tight end, Allen. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the...
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Aaron Jones.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Packers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
The extra point up and good. And it's now 21-0.
Packers 21, Seahawks nothing. Mitch Wishnowsky set the kickoff.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Ready.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Red.
Back to throw. He'll let it go deep for Streets. They've got his man complete.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And to be honest, this first half hasn't been anything they'd be really proud about. So they needed something like this to change their fortunes. Now they need to make sure they finish this one.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They get 6 yards back on the run, but still have a 3rd and long situation forthcoming.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a fourth down. So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Facing this big first-half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That is caught. He's got streets.
And the Seahawks are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on fourth down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the first down. It's now first and goal.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's first and goal. Here's Walker.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Kenneth Walker.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Seahawks are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Rodgers. He's got Allen. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. And again, it's Rodgers. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt to kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And past the 30 down to about the 27.
74 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. This is caught. Touchdown. From 17 yards out.
And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
They'll fire one downfield for Fant.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Striker, 3-6, mega. Opposite, 3. Hey, check mega. Ready.
They'll look to throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Let's go now.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. He'll look to throw. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Here we go.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Field, black.
They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting at 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now.
Shot, 17, solid red.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
On the ready.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Green jack. Hey, blue. Switch, yellow.
Back to throw again. Here's this out for Streets. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, whatever they called on defense, they made sure they were ready for the pass on that snap, made the proper adjustments, and helped force an incompletion.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
It's caught inside the 25.
And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line.
It's a big play there for Seattle. 53-yard.
And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming. Second and 10.
Long, 10. Drill, 52. Check, pitch.
Back to throw here. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. And
he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Adrian Amos with a pick.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line.
Jordan Brooks on the tackle. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
Working from the gun, Rodgers.
Got Dobbs over.
Puts it on the carpet, it's out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, number 1 on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the third, that right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic Oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
They'll take over after that pretty clutch forced fumble as they begin inside their own 5-yard line.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. The tight end in motion right. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And Walker has it. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
He's going to get this complete here to Lockett.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Light blue. Black shot.
Now back to throw.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Blue striker.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Ready.
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Set. Ready. Yellow, blue, black, red, blue, black. Ready.
They're going to try and throw. Here's this out for Streets. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Seahawks' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Bass on for the extra point.
It's up and good, and it's now 28-14.
pass to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, fighting his way into the backfield.
Well, this certainly feels like complimentary football to me, partner, because the momentum from the team's touchdown drive looks like it's made its way over to the defense. They're working together in tandem now. Offense gets in the end zone. Defense with a big sack on the first play of the following drive.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. To throw is Rodgers. This is Lazard with a catch out left. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And to the right side here, it's Allen.
Finding space at the 40.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
From just shy of midfield, Rodgers.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 27-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
An inside give to Jones. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Allen. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a 1st down.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down.
Jones again. And this time he's not going anywhere. In fact, he'll lose yardage back to the 3.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Jones,
and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And this one is right through.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Let's go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1, because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
Heel, black. Claws red.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
So a great play there for this highly regarded linebacker, making his first career sack.
And his versatility on display right there. Look, we've known him primarily as a tackler and a cover man, but he can go get the quarterback when the situation calls for it, as he just did right there.
On play action, they'll throw. He'll let it go deep for Streets. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off by Darnell Savage.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
1 back in the game. That's Jones, 2nd and goal. Throw left side complete. That's Davis. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Aaron Rodgers with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns.
And the Packers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Point after, up and good. And the lead is now 24.
Packers 38, Seahawks 14.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
Fair catch. Gain at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over first quarters at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far.
Picked off by Darnell Savage.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for them. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in the game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
And it's caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, Charles, no matter what the prognosticators say before the season, whether they think you're going to be good, bad, or somewhere in the middle, you never quite know how week 1 is going to play out. But for them, it has been an impressive performance, and they are well on their way to a 1-0 start.
Yeah, it's a lot like opening up presents, isn't it, partner? You're not quite sure what's inside, but you're hopeful, right? In this case, exactly what they were looking for, exactly what they need.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Let's go now.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if finally we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. That's complete to DK Metcalf.
Okay, right?
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6.
Slide, 97. Slide. Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
Ready?
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Okay, ready?
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Red, cycle.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
On the set.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Ready.
They'll look to throw again.
Finding Lockett for the catch here on the out route.
Here we go.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
10 cycle.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Ready. Black Ultra. Hey, red. Yellow blue. Plastic stick. Red, yellow. Hut, hut.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Darnell Savage.
And the Packers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Up the middle, Jones. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 2nd down at the 15-yard line.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
He was trying to turn the corner, but he will go nowhere. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield at man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
On now is the Packers punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
At their own 41-yard line.
Here we go. Here we
Coming
go.
to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage.
And the Packers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2.